I don't care what anyone tells you, a mullet is a work of art. I mean, look at this hair. It's taken him months and months to get this look down, and he's got it going on. I know this is such a popular hairstyle right now, so I wanted to give you a tutorial to show you exactly how to get this look. So I'm gonna start with a #1 guard on my clippers. So just like any haircut, you can customize it to what you want and what your little boy wants. So you can either take this mullet a little bit thinner right here or keep it wide. You can see what we've done is we've taken this side right here and shaved like a ½ inch behind the ear so it doesn't cover his ears when it hangs down. Do whatever you want. The steps are going to be the same, but the width will be up to your judgment. So I'm going to start off with a #1 guard on my clippers. Now, this left hand is going to be crucial for this haircut. You're going to use this left hand to hold all the hair that you're not cutting away, especially when we get around to the back. You're going to hold this hair out of the way so you don't accidentally cut it. Now, you accidentally cut it, that's up to you. I'm gonna start right here, and I'm going to shave up about an inch above his ear. Now I'm going to go a little bit higher with the mullet because the blend's going to be up higher because we want this part to be short and this part to be long. Okay, so remember, like when you do shorter, the longer looks longer. So we want this mullet to be accentuated, which is why we're going to take the sides shorter. So I'm going to come up here an inch. Now, at this point, I'm just going to get this back hair wet, and I'm going to just comb it out of the way. Also, aren't those water bottles like the greatest things ever? Okay, I'm going to comb this out of the way, and I'm going to hold this hair out. Now I'm just going to take my clippers and put it right up on that line. You can create whatever line you want. We're just going to create almost like a Euro hawk line. So basically it's a straight line from the back, and then I'm going to blend this up like I normally would do a basic cut. The cool thing about all of these haircuts is it's little bits and pieces of tons of different haircuts all put together to create a new style. It's pretty cool. You can see how his mom has taken it right up here to the part. That's completely up to you. So once again, this is going to be a disconnected haircut on this side, a basic haircut on this side, a long shaggy in the back, and a Euro hawk. I know that might sound very intimidating, but I have showed you how to do all of these very simply, and so all you have to do is combine them. So I'm just going to get this wet, and then I'm going to part this hair out. Okay, so get your part exactly the way you want it before you cut. Then I'm going to hold my left hand on this side and then put my clippers right here on this part and go straight back. Wet the top down really, really well. Then I'm just going to create my mohawk section straight across. Right here in the back is where you need to decide where to let it grow and where to cut it short. Now, most people go right with the cowlick or the little swirly in the back. You can see right here, they've basically just like split that crown in two. This is one haircut, this is the second haircut. This is where they just let it grow. So I'm going to part that before I do my mohawk section so I know exactly where I'm going to cut and where I'm not going to cut. Now I'm going to create my mohawk section, so comb that down. You know the drill, you do an inch in the middle. Now remember, this section is going to set the whole guide for the haircut. So that's going to set the length. I still want enough hair that he can style it. He usually like pushes it over cute. And so I'm going to leave enough hair that he can still style it. So I'm going to pull it straight up. Stop the mohawk right here where I'm going to let this part grow and this part short. Now I'm going to comb the mohawk to one side and I'm going to match everything to this first cut. So take a little section, pull it straight up. You can see where I have cut and where I haven't cut, and I'm going to match that length all the way back. And once you stop, then you're just gonna stop right there. Now, you can decide what you wanna do. You can decide if you want to blend this down. So what you would do is you would take this, and then I like to just like slither the hair down, or you can also take it and do like a major angle cutting down like that. I'm going to leave it so there's no blending between the top and the back. If you do want to blend, once again, that's another look. You can totally do that. Just know that this part won't be as long. Now, I'll probably, in the end, take my texturing shears and break this up just a little bit, but for right now, for the main cutting, I'm not going to. Okay, since we're just cutting and chatting, I might as well tell you my honest opinion on mullets. Do I think they're the coolest haircut? I mean, it's a mullet. Like, can it be that cute? This is what I think about boys' hair. Why not? Like, they're boys, they don't get the makeup, they don't get the jewelry, they don't get like all the accessories that we get to change up our look. You might as well let them change up their look. If they wanna grow out a mullet, let them grow out a mullet. It's not that big of a deal. I'm pretty sure that we have a lot bigger problems to deal with than a mullet. I actually had a mohawk for like 7 years. Was it the cutest style on me? Probably not. Was it the funnest style ever? Yes. So, take it for what it is. If your little kid or if your big kid wants a mullet, let him have a mullet. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, back to the actual haircut. Now, remember we come up here, we are not going to blend right now. Now, everything at the top is the same length. So if I were to pull all of this up, it would all be the same length. So now we're going to blend this side like we would a basic cut. So I started out with a 1 guard. Now I'm going to use my lever and I'm making a 1.5. And I'm just going to come up and start blending. Now I'm not going to blend this like I would a basic cut. This is going to stay a 1. This is going to stay long. So I'm going to stop my blending right here, right behind the ear. And I'm going to change out my guard and do a 2, and then put that lever down so it's a true 2. See how I'm rocking these clippers away? Now I'm going to move my lever 2.5. Come clear up there on the temple so you don't leave any long hair up there. Take these vertical sections and I'm going to pull it straight up. I'm going to take little sections all the way back to blend this even better. Now right here is going to be your problem area. Like, what do you do with this section? You're just going to keep doing what you were doing. You're going to pull this up, cut it straight out, and this is where you're going to kind of need to use your judgment. Okay, that's what I'm going to do right there. Now, see how there's still a little bit of a ridge right there? My friends, if you have not utilized your texturing shears yet, I'm telling you they are going to make a world of difference in all of your haircuts. It is so simple. I'm simply going to put my comb in, put my texturing shears over, take a few snips up, and I'm going to show you how magically this all blends together. I'm telling you, it is like one of the best things that you can use on a boy's haircut. No more ridge right here. Okay, I told you that right back here, like this is going to be your problem area. This haircut's easy, this haircut's easy, but what the heck do you do right here? Now I'm still not going to blend it because I want it to be like a true mullet. Like that's pretty true mullet if I've ever seen one. But I am going to take my texturing shears and see right there how that's the short part and that's the long part. I'm actually going to take these texturing shears and go right in and take one little snip so it kind of blends together without blending it, if that makes sense. Plus, that'll help so this doesn't just like hang flat. It'll like kind of stand up so you're giving it some volume. And right here on this ridge, I'm going to take this a little bit shorter also so it's not so bulky. If you have a lot of bulk around this part, definitely use your texturing shears. That's actually looking pretty dang cool. We're not done. You're going to put the head down. You're going to comb a little section right in the back. Keep your left hand against their neck, and I'm just going to do little V cuts. This will take off like the dead ends. I mean, just like any hair, this mullet hair still needs to be trimmed so it looks nice. And I'm just turning my scissors at like an angle, and I'm just holding that hair tight and taking those ends. Now, if you want to get real fancy, I'll show you. I'm going to take this hair right here on the edge. You're going to pull it out. See, I'm pulling it out about like that. You're going to pull it out. Now, remember my slithering technique video. You're going to open and close your scissors just a little tiny bit, and you open and close your thumb like this. You're going to go right here, and you're just going to slither down, and that's basically going to blend everything together. So you want to visualize like it coming back like that, and that's how your cut should look. See how that cut is kind of at an angle? That's exactly what you want. And then just do it on the other side. You got the sides. This one's a disconnected. This is a basic. You can do both basic. You can do both disconnected. You can blend it. You don't have to blend it. There's so many different variables with a mullet, but gosh, it kind of looks cute. We'll be right back. We're gonna go blow dry this, put some hair product in it, and we'll show you the end result. Okay, for a style like this, I'm a huge fan of a blow dryer. Use a blow dryer so it gives a little bit of some volume. The only thing left to do is now put some hair product in. Make sure you're styling their hair, or you teach them to style their hair. It looks 1,000 times better when it is styled. I hope you guys loved this tutorial. I loved making it. I loved showing you that a mullet can actually be pretty dang cute. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you stick around and watch the rest of our videos.